So, Oleksander USYK versus Dereck Chisora. 23 of May, coronavirus permitting, in the UK. I mean, and I can tell you guys, it's gonna be a very exciting fight. I'm so excited to see it. And I mean, the thing is that, they recently had the press conference, just let's understand what is the most likely scenario, because it's gonna be a very, very interesting fight. Not so much for Chisora, because, has been heavyweight for such a long time now, probably since 2010, 2011. And I mean, he got 32 fights with 9 losses, which is a terrible record to be a heavyweight. But the main point now is this fight is going to be crucial for Usyk, because it's going to be his first real test as heavyweight. Okay, because I mean, this guy unified the cruiserweight division in only 14 fights. It's a phenomenal fighter with unbelievable boxing ability. I mean, it's so coordinated, it's so tough, he has the right amount of power to land knockouts. Then he decided to step up into heavyweight by fighting actually Carlos Takam, which, if people don't remember, Carlos Takam, he didn't go down with Anthony Joshua, the strong Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight champion of the world. We had actually the referee to stop the fight, but he had all the gut to fight Anthony Joshua. So that would have been a perfect fight. The problem was that they got some problems in negotiation. Then they went on to another opponent, Tyrone Spong, that no one really knows who he is. I didn't know. Then I think the guy got injured or tested positive. I think he tested positive for some substances. And then they opted for Witherspoon. Actually, he won that fight, but it wasn't really at the level that is expected from Usyk. Okay, I think Usyk still has the right now, since he was undisputed cruiserweight, to step up into the heavyweight and to challenge the current WBC heavyweight champion. Okay, he has the right to do that. He can do that, but of course he has to get his feet into the water of the heavyweight. Okay, he couldn't manage the first time because Takam wasn't available and the opponent wasn't really at this level. But Chisora is the gate to actually the top of the heavyweight division, because if you see, Chisora is actually the guy that you have to be somebody, because I mean, this guy has fought the best. Let's say he fought Vitaly Klitschko, he didn't go knockout. I mean, he lost on points. He fought David Day, he fought Joseph Parker, and I mean, he lost with pretty much every one of them, because Chisora is the guy that has gone to the top but has never managed to beat one of the top boxers. So it's just right below the top boxers. So by consequence, if you beat Dereck Chisora, you are gonna be in the top 4 or 5 at least. And that's actually what Usyk came to do. He shows that he has the gut to be a heavyweight. And I think there are some problems with the transition from cruiserweight to heavyweight. And because, in cruiserweight, since the weights is less, you can be more risky in movement and stuff, because if you take a punch, it's highly unlikely that it's actually the punch that ends the game. A cruiserweight, that can be, but it can be more at actually heavyweight. So you shouldn't expose yourself as much as you do at heavyweight. And this is something that he has to take into consideration. Okay, so his style has to change. And, it was a very nice press conference, especially David Day, that now, before he beat Chisora by knockout, and now he's Chisora new trainer or manager. I never understood that, but he's heavily involved in managing Dereck Chisora. And what he said was that there is no doubt that actually Usyk is the better fighter. There is no doubt about that. But the thing is that, Chisora has a lot of mass. He weighs, I think, he's going to weight around 110, 120 kilo. And the strategy of Chisora is just to take everything that Usyk has to get and just go there and hammering with, power shots, so as to get the knockout. If you saw actually Stallone, the Rocky in 2006, that, he was fighting against a 25-year-old heavyweight champion at 60, pretty much. They say, just don't even think about speed. Don't even think about dodging punches. Just develop the power and just kill him with your power. And that's exactly what Rocky went to do. And that's probably the only strategy that Chisora can use against Usyk, because there is no way that he's going to match his boxing ability. And of course, Usyk is still new to heavyweight, so Chisora knows a little bit more, so that can be actually tough for Usyk. And that's exactly the point, because if you want to fight the toughest guy, he has to fight the tough guys. And so I think it's a very smart move for Eddie Hearn and Oleksander Usyk to fight Dereck Chisora. That, I think, of course, Usyk is going to win, but it's going to be a suffer loss, pretty much, because as I said before, the aim of beating Chisora is to be in the top 4 or 5, and the only way you can be on the top 4 or 5 is by beating Dereck Chisora, that has been beaten by all the best. That's actually the thing. So, and I think Usyk is going to do that, and it's going to be something that people will speak about for the future of heavyweight division, because now we have Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, the rematch with Wilder and Fury, it's in place to happen 18th of July. But there is this guy that really can surprise everybody and can actually become heavyweight champion of the world. I really hope that he learns to speak English, because he still doesn't do that, and so it's not that marketable, but I would love to hear what he says rather than always hearing it through a translator. But I think that's something that can be solved later. So guys, I hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.